Either way, it's really sad. Um, it's really sad. I don't know what's sad, but something's got to be really sad. Either way, it's really sad. That was the last thought I had when I was having my joint and I wanted to go off on it, but I forgot what that was about. So that was no good. Definitely not good. I'm also gonna try talk slower. I recently got invited onto a podcast and I realized I was talking too fast. Honestly, I just don't agree. I don't give a shit. I talk however fast I want. And I mumble. I know. I mumble and it's just the way I am. It's the way I think. It's the way I roll. And if that helps my brain go, then why not? I think it's too much effort to please everyone. It's too much. There's too much effort. I don't want to please everybody. Oh, not everybody. Not even half the population. Anyone. I don't even want to impress one person. It's just the only reason why I want to try talk slower is so it's slightly more comprehensible. It's like talking to someone with like a mental illness. So I got invited onto a podcast, and I talk super fast, super fast, and mumble at the same time. And it's I thought that people had nothing to say. No, they did have something to say, just not as quickly because maybe they're still forming their sentences. If I'm high and buzzed up, doesn't mean, you know, it's not fair. It's not fair when think about it. If three people are on cocaine and one person isn't, if three people are on cocaine and one people isn't, how the fuck is that person that's not on cocaine supposed to communicate with the other three? The other three must be so hyped up on a different frequency, on a different level. And the only guy not on it must be like, what the fuck's going on? So the podcast consists of four people the one I went on. Yale Right Podcast, shout out. PK, Phoenix. And the other dude that was in charge of the whole thing. Not Sean. Sean's the guy that bought a pop off me and then tried to give me shit about it. Nah, he's cool. It's just a kid. Kids grow up fast, man. Kids grow up fast. Maybe if I talk slower, talk. What if I talk slower and that could help me articulate my sentences more? What's the point of having a diary if the writing is messy, right? But what if the messiness is the personality? Oh, yeah, about it. It sounds complicated. Thing with coffee is it gives me mucus, especially when I talk. Yet, I still choose to drink coffee all the time. So I'm slowly converging my coffee. I'm trying to change it. I've cut my milk consumption in half because I've cut the amount of milk I put in my coffee in half. Sometimes you need pauses and sentences to convey your idea across more efficiently. It's like a breather. It's so slow. But is it painful? No, it's not painful. It just feels slow. But what if this is more comprehensible? What if this is more comprehensible for the old? What if young people don't even talk like that anymore? Like my kids are on a high next level pace. A lot faster than me, definitely. What if it's because I'm slouching? That's why all the mucus going to the front. Or maybe I'm just allergic to podcasts. Maybe I just don't want to like fucking talk to people. Excuse me. I'm like snorting like a pig. What if this podcast thing is supposed to be slow? What if this diary thing is supposed to be slow? It's not supposed to be rushed. It should be of clear sound mind, right? But what if sound mind backfires? What if it's the speed and randomness that conveys the creativity through? So they had these Buzz Lightyear Crocs and I can't even get them because they don't have my size anymore. I should have got them earlier. Fuck. They managed to snap up a Hello Kitty Casio. Oh man, this is fun. Gay. Limited edition, but still. Looks pretty cool though, I gotta admit. I don't wear Hello Kitty shit, but some of their shit is pretty cool. If it's designed properly, if the licensing has been handed out correctly. I'm getting really sick of Hot Wheels recently, as of late. Sick of Hot Wheels, sick of Funko Pops. Pokemon cards, yeah, kind of. I collect seals of them. Oh, yeah, what's not these days? What are some good investments out there? It sucks because whenever I talk to GPT, I don't know, AI shit, and then they always say like the same shit, like fucking stamps, Funko, Pokemon, blah 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 blah. Yet it's censored and it can only convey so much information. So, however long this GPT does not have freedom, it's however long this generation is convinced of the information AI provides. Therefore, people are going to keep buying whatever AI says. And I'm using this to my advantage because I know that AI is censored. Everyone knows that. When it doesn't want to browse the internet, when it doesn't want to do the things you say or respond to a way that satisfies you, that's called censorship. So it doesn't make sense. So you get frustrated because it doesn't make sense. So before AI gets uncensored, for however many years this goes on, people are going to be at a disadvantage because they're being controlled by a censored AI. Now, imagine if the floodgates open and AI becomes uncensored. Then that becomes a new world. Right now, it's still, controlled by the elites or the rich, as they own all the shares to the companies, which has the control of the director or whoever's in charge. So, as long as AI is censored, the world is still under the control of the elite. Now, they own the companies and the licensings to the world. And as long as you follow what they do, then, you get your benefits and your, returns to the investment of time or money that you have invested. Do I agree with this? No, but this is the game I grew up in. Well, we all grow up in. This is the game. This world is the game. Companies, finances, anything. This is the game. There are rules to the game. You can try to break the rules, but, if you get caught, it's not pretty. The rules aren't difficult to follow. You just got to spend time to understand and learn them. So that's what I did. Excuse me. I learned the rules. I play the game. Do I want to? No. Do I agree with them? No. Is this a game that I enjoy playing? No. It's boring. It's restrictive. I think mainly due to the inefficiency of money. Because your wealth is based off numbers that are, it's restricted because numbers is one dimensional. It only takes into account the whole fact. However, it doesn't take into account the future, the past, the trends, those kind of things. You're looking at what you can see only. So if you're basing your decisions on what you can see as fact, you're pretty restricted. That's pretty restricting. Because I want to see a future where my kids grow up where decisions isn't just based on fact, but based on more. Humans, I don't think, developed emotions and growth to our cerebral only to be based in ego. Oh, fuck, this is getting so deep and fucking... I don't give a shit. It's not fun enough. Yeah, I get it, but I don't have a person or people that I can sit down and have a conversation with to speak about these things because none of my friends actually have a brain to do so. Maybe they do. I just need to slow down. Maybe they do. If I slow down, give them a chance to talk. But I don't like waiting. That's the thing. I don't like waiting. Maybe because everything's like in your face. Like technology is like answer. And if you don't keep up with this pace, but must talk slow. So what's that? Precision over speed? Doesn't sound like the Chinese way to do it, yet they have the fastest growth. Now, but what about effort to returns ratio? They don't have it as good as the States. So, balance? Nah. Just do it your way. Fuck it. It's a bit too complicated. Like, I can probably, dive into it, but I think I need the right pills. I need the right pills, the right drugs, so my brain can find the books in my head to connect them all. This is what I found with speaking to people that are not on drugs. Is their brains just don't run as fast, as deep and as multidimensional. Not talking about the people on the podcast that invited me. They are awesome. They actually tried some drugs too, and one of them, PK. Like if PK doesn't take drugs, legal or illegal, doesn't matter, to enhance the brain, or even just supplements. That's a pity because he's got a really creative brain. And creative people that have creative brains I think they deserve to go to the next level. That's what I think. I think they deserve to have more control over their brains and how they use them. Instead of just, have it on max crank and that's just going to tire them out and then burn them out in the future. And that's what happened to me. I got burnt out. Max crank, no mushroom for 10 years, a decade, and I got burnt out. Had kids and GG. That's it. That's a sucky situation. This slower pace is more interesting. Oh, I watched The Gentleman, Guy Ritchie. Damn, it's like getting like Oscar directors to do TV drama series. Crazy. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's just really high quality TV drama show. Action even. Or just it's amazing. It's a show. It's an experience. It's worth more than the membership you pay for. You're getting your money's worth. That's what I think. Like sometimes if you get like an awesome show or a movie in your subscription, I think that's amazing. I think it's like it doubles the value of the price you pay. So you get your money's worth in your returns. Let's talk about something useful. All right, kids. What do you want? You want to make more money? Hurry up and get your free money's printed out again. Inflation 7%. That's how much the money the government prints out each year. So that's 7% more extra money each year printed by the government. Pause. Absorb. Process. Fact check, if you will. And let's continue now that we've all agreed. So, the government prints out 7% more per year. What reason, right? You're not there to, you are kind of there to help people, but, because everything's so one dimensional, it's inefficient. You just got to apply. If you satisfy the rules of the game, then you receive the benefits from it. Stop, pause, process, acceptance. Or leave a comment if you want to rebuttal. Or if the games have changed in the future, it will be quite interesting. Well, if the games change, I hope it does one day. So if money is printed out and it's, just free, you get this. If you have 10 apples and you can suddenly make an 11th one out of the blue, it's amazing. So if it's free and you can just create it whenever the fuck you want, it makes it useless and worthless. So what surprises me is that's even after all this time. Like, are you allowed to pay people not in money? Yes, you can. You can pay them in assets or do trades, right? That will be a lot more efficient. Stocks, bonds. Oh, so that's how companies work. Oh, yeah. Oh, getting sleepy. Shit. When I talk slow, I get sleepy. No wonder I talk fast. But if money is free and you're not getting your fair share, if you're not getting, I'm not telling you to just sit back and relax. I'm saying get 10% more per year of what's owed to you because that's how much they're handing out. Millions, billions of dollars. I don't know. A lot of money. Haven't done the calculations, but they print a fuckload. Not physically, of course. Metaphorically speaking. But, like, legitly, that's what they do. So if you don't get your fair share, you're going to be left behind. Because if people are getting extra 50K per year to invest in their company and marketing, if your competitors are getting extra 50K, it's a pretty strong advantage, especially if everyone starts off the same. If everyone starts and has their own company, and if everyone starts off the same, the company that gets a free 50K to take risks and reinvest, I think, has the advantage. Now, if you satisfy the rules of the game and you can get money from the government, benefits or whatever reason, or tax returns, reinvest that money. Again, around 50K, living wage. Free money is just living wage if you're worth nothing. But if your ego is strong and you want to have a house under your name, then you can't get it because you don't satisfy the rules of the game. If you want to satisfy the rules of the game, which is everyone is equal, you can't have more than what you want. The trick and the way around it is to have it under a company, a separate legal entity. Then you're not worth anything. And when you're not worth anything and you have no income, then you get the living wage, socialism. Now, in New Zealand, there's a Labour government and a national government. Obviously, one of them is for, people. The other one for the company. What are the people? The people are under the crown. They are the slaves, you and I. Now, if the slaves and the companies get along, which they do, Labour and National have cocktails after their daily do-nothings. It's not do-nothings. They do shit. They just process shit. That's it. They're just there for show. They don't even know why they're there. If you look at Luxon, he doesn't even know why he's there. He's like a young Biden. Lot of energy, but one-dimensional responses because that's all he knows. He's not. If he gets asked a deeper question, he just repeats what he said before because he doesn't know the answer. I've been there. I've been on the news. I know what the fuck's going on. If you're part of the system, you just repeat what you were told to say, and because it's what the system wants you to say, so you kind of make sense to zombies. If it's system zombies, that just as long as you say what they want to hear or what they understand or have heard before, you're in the clear. It's like if you're a robot, you just got to look like a robot and just try blend in. Don't have a heartbeat or give off heat. Oh, actually, robots they can give off heat, so they do. Kinetic energy, right? So it converts into heat. Anyways, yeah. So if you don't get your free money, you're fucked. Unless you have rich parents, but even then, it's still inefficient. Because what if two rich families are competing, and their children are growing up? If each children gets a free 50K a year, compared to the other family that doesn't get it, I'll put my money on the family that has a brain to obtain slightly more resources to beat the competition. Savage, but that's the rules of the game. I didn't make the rules. I just play by the rules. I don't break them. So, yep, that's the reality of 2024. Today is a Monday. Sun's not up yet. I need to prepare breakfast, wake my son up at 6:50 a.m. so he has a good hour to play Fortnite. Maybe make some breakfast as well. My wife's going off to work today, trying to provide for the family. She does. Not so much from work, because if she doesn't go work, we get paid the same. So if you're in the system, the tax code, if you make personal income, we get paid the same. Even if you stay home, we get paid the same. Slave labor, like, some people are like, oh, I get paid 100K. I get paid 150. Dude, I've been paid 300. But after taxes, everyone gets paid the same. Maybe, it could be a slight difference, but it's still, it's still nothing. Nothing. If you spend the same amount of hours to get that amount of money, it's like kids fighting over $1 and $2 coins. $50K a year. If a kid had to okay, here's a good example. So I have 2 kids. I have 3 actually. It's like a worse example. Can't even start the facts right. So my son and my daughter, right? Let's just say, one of my daughters, whatever. 2 people, 2 kids. If one of them can just sit there for a minute and get $1 for free, and the other one had to do dishes, had to clean the table, had to tidy up the house, the toys, and everything, and gets paid $2. Who would you rather be? Would you rather be the one that does like 1 hour work or housework for $2? Or would you just rather do whatever the fuck you want, play a PlayStation, and get paid $1? Now, my son is the sit around and get the dollar kid. My daughter, however, is not. She's the want to impress the daddy kid. Probably had more trauma. Sad, but I shouldn't have laughed. Because it's probably true. Not physical as such, but more verbal as she was younger, and I haven't found myself yet. So I was slightly more stressed out. But because of that, she gets first to everything. So it's like an experiment. Our lives are a experiment. I just seem to have figured it out. Kind of like my brother. Our family didn't become slightly more wealthy or well off, where we don't have to worry about food, until I was 10. But my brother was born into it, so lucky him. But is it better off? No, there's pros and cons. Anyways, that's not important. Just get your free money, and do whatever the fuck you want, really. I'm going to do what the fuck I want, and which is not Hot Wheels, which is not collectibles and toys. I'm getting so sick of that. And I just stopped eating food. I was sick last week, or the week before, and the previous week, the week that just went past. I've just been eating a lot of calories, so I just got all my fat back again. So, yippee. Fuck, that's not good. Sarcastic yippee. Boom, 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 boom. I'm getting really bored of New Shetland. Should I strive to be more, or I can keep growing without trying. It's like you become like the Amazon forest and you just like swallow everything. But then that gets boring, and you're not having a good time. You're not enjoying the sun. You're not enjoying nature and shit. You just focus on devouring every day. It's so tiring. But then that's the system we grew up in, or currently live in. So, wow, that sounds depressing. Maybe I'll play some PS5 today. I'm gonna play some PS5. Maybe not. I don't know. Should I? Well, what else can I do? No new games. Movies. Huh. I need a new hobby. That's what I need. I need a new hobby. I need a new hobby. And music? No, maybe. Oh, I do kind of. I want to make music after I've done this podcast thing. Yeah. Or maybe I should stop. No, I shouldn't. What if I get so sick of podcasts? But what if I promise myself, what if I just go have some more mushrooms and find out if I still want to do this? What if I can stop it? But then what if it's valuable? What if I am just too soon? I am too soon at certain things, but I don't think this is one of it. It's so true. Oh, that's funny. Okay, I'm gonna go play my sheep game and do my own shit because I'm getting bored. Getting bored from this podcast. Getting bored from sharing my feelings because it's kind of like no feelings. It's kind of dark. Maybe I need to go find myself. Well, it's almost mushroom season. Hopefully, I find something that works for me. Love y'all.